Morning everyone, welcome to SlimChat. I don't remember which number, and firstly apologies, I did actually film one for yesterday, and I did go through all of the uploading, but Gary asked me to help him at that point, and well, it just went out of my head that I hadn't actually completed it, so it didn't get put up. But sorry about coughing in the mic then, I keep forgetting it's there. So what shall I say about yesterday's? Well, it was a lot of reproach because Gary and I have been completely and utterly off the rails regarding the diet, and you know what it is when you suddenly think, oh, I've really undone all my good work, and I've you know, it's completely ruined, and you might as well see the week out then and all that. So we hadn't been sticking to it to the letter, but we hadn't been going crazy after that falling off the... Not only did I fall off the rails, I went down a ravine, hit every branch along the way, then I fell into a stream and went further down, and then the stream turned into rapids and I fell down that as well. And then I floated off down the river. So yeah, I've been a bad girl. Still, it's not to undo it. You know, you need to sort of get back on it as much as you can. And although I had been eating the right foods, I'd also been interspersing that with the wrong things, or too many of the right things. So I got on the scales this morning and I thought, you know what, let's just see what you've done. And I've done nothing, absolutely nothing. I stayed the same. In fact, I think I weigh a bit less, bizarrely. But then Gary weighed himself and he's lost weight. So maybe there is a little bit of a school of thought, and I've always said this before, that when you have a diet and you have a sticking point, have a little blowout, because your body needs it. I think the way that our bodies work is when you're dieting, they store up the calories and the fat. They hang on to it. They think, we're in a famine situation, we might need these reserves. And then when you eat well, it thinks, oh no, we're not in a famine situation. I'll dump that bit of weight then. Let's get rid. And then the whole scenario starts up again. So I think by having that little bit of a day off, which turned into maybe a few, but not too bad, our bodies were grateful for that, because they thought, okay, we're not in famine after all. Let's get rid of this surplus. So maybe that's all I can put it down to, because did no damage whatsoever. So that is renewed kind of well, no, you know that kind of, thank goodness for that. Now I haven't got to lose another £5 that I put on because I was bad. So yeah, that's good. It's like a reprieve, that's the word. A stay of execution. Okay, I'm being melodramatic. I know it. But you know, all those metaphors and things and similes. And so yeah, what we've got to do now is just get back on track. Yeah. And not be off the rails down the ravine into the stream and then down the rapids. Did you like that analogy? I think I went a bit too far personally, but you know, it was fun. It was fun. Not so fun if it was actually doing it. I know, but it was fun thinking about it. So yeah, today Gary's making me a curry, and I'm a bit concerned because he does tend to like be heavy on the hot stuff. And although I like a lamb curry, I love lamb, it's my favourite curry, I usually am the one to do them. But he wants to do it today, and I'm kind of, you know, glad, because I've been doing all the cooking lately, even yesterday as well, and it's kind of like be nice to have a change and to have a rest from it. And so yeah, Gary can have a little, as long as he doesn't make it hot, because you know, I might have a jacket potato with it. You know, it's for those of you across the puddles and ponds, it's a potato baked in its skin, which is one of the funny little names we have for things over this side of the world. It's got a jacket on, you see. So anyway, might have that with mine. It tends to, if anything's hot, it tends to cool it just a little bit. So that might be better than rice. I'm not a rice person. Never really been keen. I like, if I have an Indian meal, then I will have pilau rice because I like that. Or I like wild rice. But I'm not really a ricey person. And I'm not really a pasta-y person either. I do like pen pasta. I do like certain pasta dishes. But I'm not one to eat pasta a lot. You know, now and then with pasta is okay. Although I said that I like lasagna. I mean, it depends what you do. Like pasta is in many different guises. So I can have a spaghetti bolognese, I can have a carbonara, and I can have a lasagna, and I can have a pen pasta meal, and they'll all be fine. But the minute I start having shells, conchigli, then I think that's where my interest in pasta starts to wane. I'm not keen on the way that they don't stay firm. I know you can cook it a little bit more al dente, but Gary doesn't like it like that. And I find that although shells do have little parcels of meat in the end, because that's what they do, they take the sauce in. I don't know. They're not my favourite, I think that's what it is. I don't mind pen because it tends to stay a little bit more intact, if you know what I mean. But I don't cook a lot of pasta. Although having said that, I do make a really nice tuna bake, which I tend to make with shells. I do two kinds of tuna pasta, and I'm not sure if I ever put my cold one on. I said I was going to, didn't I? I'll have to do that. Just need to get a kitchen that's good on both sides of the room, and then I'll be doing a few more recipes. Because we started, Gary and I, doing some recipes. We will do more. I think if I cleared one side off, I could probably do it over there, then that would be fine. As long as it's not showing you the cooking area. That is actually no worse than it used to be, but, you know, it is. I actually might look into that a bit later, you know, whether that'll work. Then I can at least do that one. So today we got the curry, as I said, and I made overnight oats, which is always a bonus because I usually, like over the last few days, I'd forgotten. So, but it wasn't a bad thing in a way because we had about this much bread left, and having a cheese toastie for breakfast for 2 mornings meant the loaf was over, and so that we didn't end up. The last time we got a loaf out, we ended up throwing it away because it went mouldy. So we just don't eat it enough. Unless we have it for breakfast, we don't eat it enough. So, and I'd put this one in the fridge because it is quite warm still now. It's actually got warmer again. So, sorry, insects do attract my attention when they move outside the window. They're on the house opposite, but, you know, I see them and I think, ugh. Sorry, distracted. So, yeah, it was nice to use up the whole loaf. And I think we're out of Neville's bread now. We'll have to take a trip to Tesco and see if we can find some Neville's bread. So we won't be having any more for a little while until we find some more. Because the brown Neville's bread, if you haven't seen this before, you don't have to count it. If you have 2 slices on this diet, it counts as your healthy B option. And you don't have to count sins or calories in it. So that's always a bonus when you don't have to count it. Anyway, I'm going to get off because I'm sure Gary wants to get moving and started on his bits and pieces today. Might do a bit of the garden. He started doing the garden yesterday and it's looking much nicer. So much so that I almost considered doing my rocks chat this morning on my Crochet Rocks channel out there. And then I thought, it's so much to take out, you know, now. I'd have to take everything out there, and in the end it's just so much nicer to have my little yarnscape behind me. So thanks for watching. Stay safe and take care. And watch out, you never know, there could be a recipe about. Never know. So bye for now, take care.